Let's talk about it with Ann. First of all, let's be clear. Yeah, you see her. She stand on business. Don't play no games. If it's heat in the streets, she know the names. She don't just talk it, she break it down from the start to the finish. The whole rundown stuff you miss, yeah, she caught all that. Have you like, oh, I know all that. From the blocks to the tea they spill, she connect them dots, give you the real. Not just headlines, she give you depth. Make it all make sense with every step. And listen, she gon' say what y'all won't say, even if it hit a whole different way. If her opinion don't match the crowd, she stand on it, say it proud. No apologies, no walking it back, cause keeping it real ain't wrong, that's fact. She give it to you straight like that, no chaser. Every time she speak it, it's all flavor. You might agree, you might not, but either way, she hitting the spot. Unfiltered voice with a mind that's sharp. Every take comes straight from the heart. So if you tired of the same old view, she bring that angle you never knew. Let's talk about it with Ann. She said what she said. No chaser.
Hey, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing? I know the internet is on fire. Internet is on fire with Chrisean and Blueface. Yeah, somebody gotta get a hose and, burn the fire out. They gotta burn the fire out on the internet. 'Cause everybody talking about Chrisean and Blueface. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I can't say no names because I just see the people, but I don't see no names. So good evening to y'all who's watching. Good evening. How are y'all guys doing? How are y'all doing this good old evening on this, what's today, Tuesday? This Chrisean Tuesday. Chrisean and Blueface Tuesday. Got the internet buzzing. Everybody have their own thoughts and opinions. I have my thoughts and opinions, and y'all know mine is different from everybody else. Hey, Smokey. How are you doing? Y'all know my opinion. I don't match what everybody else say. I say my own opinion. And that's what's the good thing about having opinions, right? Hey, Erica. That's the good thing about having opinions, is that you could think how you think. I'm good, boo. I'm good, Smokey. That's why I like being me. I say my opinion. In my opinion, that's the word, opinion. It doesn't mean what I say, is a fact, right? It's just what I think. And I don't tend to jump on the same, hey, Touch. I don't tend to jump on the same wagon as everybody else. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I say I'm not a Blueface supporter at all. I can't stand Blueface. Y'all know I don't watch him for nothing. But when it comes to Chrisean, when I give my spill about Chrisean, I speak as if Chrisean was my daughter, as if she was my real life family member, a niece. So the same thing that I would say to my daughter, I would say to my niece, if that was my daughter, if I had a daughter, if that was my niece, I'm gonna give my same opinion, what I feel, with Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know I keep it 100. I don't beat around the bush. I don't beat around the bush. So Angie's bandwagon is Angie's wagon. You understand what I'm saying? I pulled my own red wagon. You feel me? Now, I will say this. Y'all know, y'all know when I first spoke about when I first spoke with Chrisean doing the little show with Blueface the other night, what I said people gotta expect Chrisean to have some type of relationship with Blue, because at the end of the day, that is still her child's father, no matter what he say, right? Hey Monique, I say that that is her son father. She's gonna communicate with him at some point for the rest of that baby's life, right? When till that baby, some people say 18, 21. No, once you have a kid with somebody, y'all deal with each other for the rest of their life, because them kids get married, they have babies, have baby showers, they have weddings, birthday parties. Y'all always gonna be in each other's life. Y'all may not be an item, may not be a couple, but when you have a child, y'all are in it forever. No matter what you want to say about it, you're in it forever. So when people be like, oh, she shouldn't be around him, she shouldn't be talking to him, again, that is her child father. No matter what people, not what people, what he say, right? So I'm gonna say that. Now, what I did say the other day, and I still stand strong on it, I said that the apology, yes, it may have happened behind the scenes, but I feel like before I would have got on stage with him, the apology should have been as loud as the disrespect. One thing that I wish Chrisean would stop doing, and again, y'all, this Chrisean is herself and I'm myself. I just wish she stopped forgiving people so fast, on giving them an easy way out, if that makes sense to y'all. Because a person, not just Blueface, a person, anybody, a person only gonna do to you what you allow. And Chrisean gotta put her foot down and stomp it. She gotta stomp it down and leave it down. If Chrisean don't stomp her foot down, hey Tammy, if Chrisean don't stomp her foot down, people is always going to keep doing to her the things they do to her. You know why? Because they know tomorrow she gonna forgive them. You understand what I'm saying? But if it got to start with her. She have to stop allowing the disrespect. I don't care what I want, you want, other people want. She has to stop allowing the disrespect, because at the end of the day, it runs her back around and it make her look crazy at some point. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what did I say the other day? He would have had to remove that tweet that he still at this very moment have pinned on his Twitter. And guess what Wack did today, y'all? He reposted that same goddamn tweet. He reposted. So what does that say? While Chrisean message is up there about the parents, Wack is putting a word out there that he not the father. You see, hey Angel, you see one thing, Danderson. Hey, welcome. I hope I said your name right, Danderson. Danderson, please hit the like button and subscribe, honey. I'm glad you like it here. Diane Long, welcome. Now, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I keep saying Wack is the ringleader when it comes to Blue and Chrisean. Everybody think that Blue is the ringleader. He's not the ringleader. It is Wack. Blueface regurgitate everything that Wack says. Wack goes on these interviews and say all these lies about Chrisean. And Blueface turns around and repeats everything that Wack say. You sitting there, you told her she's a natural. You was happy that the crowd was praying. Hell, you was praying. You said all of this stuff. You play fighting with her right now, not play fighting, but she doing a little boxing, whatever with you. You got the Bible in your pocket hanging out. So we know she the one who got you to put that Bible there, hold that Bible, right? But at the same token, you still allowing Wack to share about this is not your child. And like I said, and I stand strong on it. I said by next week, give him 2 weeks. I give him 2 weeks, but maybe a little longer. Maybe when the tour is over. He gonna go right back to denying the baby himself, because Wack is the ringleader, because Wack posted. That's why he ain't removing it. He gonna go back to denying the baby, and he's gonna say, "Oh, it was just for business. It was just for business." Meanwhile, Chrisean out here, saying, "Hey, we doing this for our kid. We not together." Now, I told everybody, y'all be jumping the gun. Y'all see how it blew, and everybody got to say they together. Why they got to be together? Why she can't just be trying to do this for her kid, right? I'm not against that. I'm for it. If he could honestly say, "Yo, I really want to co-parent with you. I really want to be in baby Chrisean's life," and genuinely mean it, yo, I'm here for it. Why would I want him not to be in his kid's life, right? I wouldn't want him not to be in his kid's life. Diane Long, welcome. I want him to be a part of his kid's life. Being a single mom is not an easy job. It's not an easy job. But the disrespect is gonna stay there. And it's like, we say Chrisean is young, right? But again, I'm gonna say I talk and I feel, and I'm gonna say what I would say to my own my child. My son is 26. So the same way I would speak to my son, and the things that I would say to my son, the things that I would say if I had a daughter her age, and if it was my niece or any other female in my family her age, what I would say. At what age? She's 26. 4 more years, she's going to be 30. How long we going to keep saying Chrisean is young? She's in the middle now. She's about to be 30. So at what age do you get tired of somebody stomping on you and disrespecting you? At what age? And I understand totally, like, she's praying to God. She goes to church, and I love that for her. I love that for her. But at one point, do you say, "You know what? I'm done with this. Enough. I've been raising this baby for 3 years by myself. The people that help me is the supporters, because the supporters is the baby daddy at this point. It don't matter if you keep saying you not the kid, because you ain't do not one thing. You ain't buy a pamper, a wipe, a bottle of milk, or nothing for that baby." So at what point do we stop taking the disrespect? Every time he say, "Yo, I apologize right now," because he needs you at that very moment, and then as soon as he finish with you, he runs in and disrespect you again because he already got out of you what he wanted. But let's not act like we ain't see the narrative painting already. The moment the video came out with Chrisean with Blueface, what did Carlissa do the next day? "Oh, it's work. Everybody work for Blue." And that's the problem. The narratives she had to paint her narrative already. And this is when I say, Chrisean, baby girl, when do you have enough? And this is where I say my thought process is different from everybody else, right? Because everybody else is like, oh, leave her, she young. If she want to be around Blue, nah, I'm going to keep it Ange way. I'm going to keep it a buck. When do you say enough is enough? And I put my damn foot down. Hello, Rocky. And everyone else who entered. If I didn't say your name, I apologize. You know, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people live talking about Chrisean right now. But I'm going to keep it 100 on with my process. When do she say enough is enough? And it's not just with Blue. It's with everybody. So many people has done her wrong. So many people. And then she forgives them. And as soon as something don't go their way, they back to dogging her again. Sometimes you right, Tammy. Sometimes you gotta leave the baby daddy where he at. Sometimes you gotta leave family where they at. When people is not there for you genuinely, they're not. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the post today, but and I think he removed it, and I comment on it. The Rumble dude, they post the video with Chrisean and Blueface, you know, doing a little fake sparring with each other. And the page, the whoever's running Rumble was like, do y'all think we should do a fight night with both of them? You know, meaning Blueface have a fight and Chrisean have a fight, and them do it to, you know, the same night. Absolutely not. I comment under the page like, absolutely not. Chrisean is going down a different path. Let Chrisean go on her path by herself. This is the gold. Wack wants to interfere with what Chrisean going on. What Chrisean has going on. So Blue could get in there and destroy her goddamn temple. Absolutely not. You know, everybody know what Chrisean have going on. Why do anybody want to see? And the people under the comments like, yeah, that's fire. That'll be a good idea. Why? Why would y'all want to see Chrisean and him together in the same arena fighting the same nights? Why? Y'all really think that's something good for her? Absolutely not. It's not. And here's my thing, Monique. I support Chrisean. I love Chrisean. But I'ma just, you know, I'ma like I said, I'ma speak like if Chrisean was my family member, as if Chrisean was my child. Because if it was my child, I would be saying the same thing. Again, if it was my niece, I'll be saying the same thing. I'm never gonna tell my niece, go over there with that boy that just got finished beating your ass. I'm never gonna tell her that. I'm gonna be telling her, no, leave him. You need to lock him up. That's what I'm gonna be telling him. You know what I'm saying? Telling her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna jump like, yeah, go over there with him when I know that he the one dragging her down. No, I only support when it comes to Chrisean and Blueface. This is what I will support, y'all. If Blueface wants to truly change around and say, hey, Chrisean, I apologize for everything I did. Chrisean, I'm going to step in and I'm going to help you with the baby. They don't got to be together because, I don't want to see them together. Not me. Not me. I don't want to see them together. That is bad news for her. She don't need that. If Chrisean want her life to her image to change, Chrisean cannot be with him. Absolutely not. I don't want to see them together. I don't want to see them together. But I'm here for it. If he stood his ground and meant he's going to be a better person, he's going to co-parent with her, and he is going to be a part of that child's life and help her with everything she needs with her baby. I'm here for that. I am here for that. Because it is not fair to her. You know why? Because she didn't make that baby by herself. So it's not fair to her. It's not fair to her to take care of a baby by herself. You understand what I'm saying? It's not fair. So if he was on his own, I'm going to be a man now, which is hard to believe. I don't see it happening. But like I said, if that's what he did, then I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But seeing them together, nah, I'm not here for that. Because I'll be lying. And I hear people saying, oh, if they get back together, that'll be a good thing. I'm with it if she with it. Why? If you a real supporter, and it's just me, y'all, I'm just speaking my mind, y'all. I feel like if you really, really support her, you won't want her with him. You would just want them to have a great co-parent relationship. You saw, as a supporter, you saw what he done to her. You know he beat her down. You know he was the one, getting her drunk. You know he was the one messing up her image. You know he's the reason why people that wanted to work with her, big names wanted to work with her, no longer wanted to work with her. Why would you want to see her with him? Why would you want to see him with him? That tells me that if that was your daughter, you would tell your daughter, yeah, go over there with that dude that I know is going to treat you like shit. Go over there with that dude that just stomped you. Why would you tell that to your daughter? You understand what I'm saying, y'all? I'm just keeping it a buck. Then we got hating ass Wack. I seen a video post where somebody posted another angle of Chrisean performing, right? Just before she came on stage. Somebody that was up top. Because if you paid attention to the video, yeah, I agree. If you paid attention to the video, right? There was people up top as well as the little bit of people you saw at the bottom. So somebody up top had a good angle of when Chrisean was coming on stage. So a lot of people down, even myself, because of the first angle I saw, it looked like Wack walked her out. She actually walked herself out. Wack was standing on stage. He was already standing by the steps. But Wack's face looked like he was pissed that she was there. Okay? He had his face screwed up. Pissed that she was there. So I knew the BS was going to come behind it. Oh, I knew it was going to come behind it. But what I really would have wished, okay, cool. You popped out for him. You did a little show. Like I said, I hope she ain't do it for free. I hope she ain't just accept the fake up apology. I hope she made him pay him. Because I wouldn't have did nothing for free. Because you know what's going to happen after this that she didn't get paid? They're going to trash her. They're going to dog her. He was just standing there, Monique, because whoever videotaped them from the top, you saw the whole thing. You was able to see, everything. He was just standing. It was him and another guy. They were just standing there by the steps. And when she came walking out from the back, his face was screwed up. Screwed up. Screwed up. But let me Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me go to her thing. I thought I screenshot it. I didn't. Okay, so let me read what she picked. This is Chrisean. She said, "Dear world, people people confuse forgiveness with weakness or going backwards. That's not what this is. I forgave because I value peace more than carrying anger. No, we are not together. I just chose respect over resentment. I've learned that not every battle is meant to destroy you. Some are meant to grow you. I pray, face things head on, and left it in Yahweh's hand. No hate in my heart, no distractions, just growth, healing, and staying locked in. I am trying my hardest to be mature, set healthy boundaries so we can be there for our little guy. We talked, we apologized, now we are moving forward, not because we want to be, because we need to for our little guy." Now, that was a great post, right? That was a great post. However, you see how she said we apologize. There was nothing she needed to apologize for. And that's just my opinion. I get mad when she keeps apologizing to them. She apologized to Carlissa. Like she keep apologizing to them as if she did something wrong. No, 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 no. You don't apologize. You don't let nobody make you feel you did anything to them. You don't keep apologizing for their disrespect. So that's a no, 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 no right there for me. Again, his apology should have been as loud as the disrespect, right? But who am I to feel my way? It's her. Chrisean accept the apology how she accepts the apology. You understand what I'm saying? I can't tell her how to accept the apology. I just think that he should have did it out loud. You understand what I'm saying? As loud as his disrespect, it should have been out loud. That's just me, right? Now, her growing and being mature, yo, I'm with all of that. I'm with all of that. But the fact of the matter is, Blueface is going to destroy this whole message. Carlissa is going to destroy this whole message. Wack is going to destroy this whole message. Soon as Blueface finish with this tour, Wack is going to go on a destroying tour interview to bring her name down. Okay? Mark my words. Wack is going to do the first interview. He going to do the first interview to keep saying that baby is not Blueface and oh, they just did it for business at the moment. Watch, he going to try to destroy her. Wack and Carlissa is never going to allow Chrisean and Blueface to be the parents that they need to be for the baby together. It's never going to happen as long as Wack is still a part of his management, whatever you want to call Wack. And Carlissa ain't going nowhere because she the mama. As much as people want to believe that they don't speak, they speak. That's his mother. That's his mother. That's his mother. So them two is never going to allow Chrisean and Blueface to be proper co-parents for the baby. They're not. They're not. So it sounds good at this moment. You know, he's smiling with her, hugging all over her, pulling her in. But pay attention. You know, people out there in the internet were like, oh, Chrisean back with him. She not with him. Pay attention to the video. Every time he was trying to hug on her, she was pushing him away. She might have was laughing and joking with him, but she was pushing him away. And don't get it twisted. He knew that her phone was recording. And that could be why he was trying to pull her in and hug on her too, so everybody could talk and say, oh, they messing with each other again. Y'all know Blueface always do something for a reason. So believe me, that's why he was trying to hug all on her. So the internet could be doing exactly what they doing. Bring her down. Oh, Chrisean went right back over there. Why she had to go back over there? Why could it be that Chrisean was being mature and said, you know what? Let me try to talk to him and try to, whatever, be the bigger person, if that's what you want to call it, although she ain't do nothing wrong. Just so that way he could be a part of my child's life. Why couldn't be that? The first thing is, oh, I told y'all she back together. I was watching somebody who I used to watch before, and I watched this person all because he started his channel by dragging Wack. That's how he built his channel, right? And I ain't even gonna say his name because I ain't giving him the clout. But that's how I started watching him, because he built his channel from dragging Wack. And then little by little, he been talking about Chrisean. But he been talking junk that he don't know. You know why? Because he never followed Chrisean. He only see what he see from the clips, right? So this morning, I saw him. I caught the end of his live. I caught the end. So I went and I thought, okay, maybe he changing. Maybe he changing. Because somebody called in his show and they was trying to go in on Chrisean. And he was kind of defending her. Like, maybe she changed. And I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. So when I rewound and I went to the front and listened from the beginning. After 10 minutes, I stopped listening. Because the first thing he said was, oh, Chrisean was doing all of this to like basically y'all could feel pity for her. Chrisean was crying online, trying to act like she was broke and act like she's depressed. Oh, and when people is depressed, when they broke, everybody is depressed. She was just looking for sympathy for y'all, but this was a play that they all had together. Chrisean been with him. What? I told y'all she was with him. Look, and she's still with him and ain't back. What? You got her going on doing a performance and her doing her little spar with him that they together. Then everybody was like, oh, and they wearing matching clothes. No, they just both had on red shorts. They did not have on matching clothes. They just both had on red shorts. Same color shorts. Same color shorts. They did not go out and buy matching outfits. Like, what? Then you got hating ass Jaden. Oh, he wanted me to come to Sacramento and he wanted me to perform. I wasn't coming out there on Mother's Day because we got kids. Why I'm going out there on Mother's Day? Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what, Jaden? If you didn't want to go out there on Mother's Day, well, he asked the other baby mama to come out there on Mother's Day that he's not claiming her kid, but he had her come on out there. Now Carlissa like, oh, he asked Jaden and Jaden said no, but Jaden's going to the last show because she's going to be the closing act. And who cares? Who cares? Like, y'all out here acting like Blue doing something big. Blue is performing in hole-in-the-wall clubs. He ain't performing in arenas. He in hole-in-the-wall clubs. Whip-de-doo. In my young thug voice. Whip-de-doo. She did have them on Mother's Day, Monique. When she also said that Callie and her and all of them supposed to, Callie made her go buy one of them RVs. They gonna be taking trips and they were supposed to be all doing a Mother's Day thing together. Okay. 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 Then, I like this post that Chrisean also said. She said, y'all keep saying Chrisean Rock was with Blueface. No, no, no. Chrisean was with Jonathan. The old Chrisean died. Don't let that go over your head. Holy Hands. And I love that post. I love that. I love that. Because you know what that means? Well, she says she was with Jonathan, right? So maybe Jonathan was a different person at that moment that he was with her, right? But Blueface is going to come out in 2 weeks. So let's not get that mistaken, y'all. Don't let that part go over your head. She was with Jonathan, but Blueface is going to come out in 2 weeks. But it also says in the same thing, in this message, where don't let it go over your head. Chrisean Rock was the one that would have dibble dabbled back with him, would have let him run her over. But Chrisean is not falling for it. Chrisean is not with him. This is a different Chrisean. It's not Chrisean Rock. It's Chrisean Holy Hands. So that's why when I said the other day, do I think that Chrisean is gonna get back with him? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I said to y'all, if she got back with him, I would come back on this internet. Thank you, Denzel, for becoming a member. I told y'all that I would come back on this internet and tell y'all, yo, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I really didn't think that she was going to go back with him. So if she went back with him, I would be surprised. Because I honestly, Ange, do not believe that Chrisean is going back with him. I just believe that Chrisean just wants to have a co-parent relationship. She really wants Blue to be a part of her child's life. Nothing more, nothing less. And why would anybody want anything more than that? Anything more than that. We as supporters shouldn't want more than that. We all should wholeheartedly want the best for Chrisean and baby Chrisean. And want Blueface to grow the hell up and be a man. If you're gonna make these babies, and that's even if Nevaeh baby is his, you take care of every last kid you have. A real man. What you said? No, Ange. Only his father. That's it. That's all. What you mean by that, Erica? I'm lost. You said no, Ange. Only his father. That's it. That's all. Oh, you mean by when I said to co-parent? That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be a father. Help her co-parent. Because he can't be he ain't a father if he ain't helping her co-parent. He ain't a father. Anybody could be the father, the daddy. Because a man could step in Chrisean's life right now. And they could do everything for baby Chrisean. Everything. And they could be the father, the daddy. But if Blue ain't gonna help, then he just the father by DNA. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, hey, yellow flower, I'm saying that Chrisean really wants a co-parent relationship. She really, really wants him to be a part of her child's life. And you can't knock her for that. I don't knock her for that. Because nobody want to be a single mother. Nobody. Nobody. But she don't need to be in a relationship with him for him to take care of his kid. And you know what's the first step about being a father? is protecting your child. You protect your kids. A mother is going to protect their kids, and a father is going to protect their kid or kids if they got more than one. As a mother, me, my son father ain't even allowed to disrespect my child. So sometimes, like someone said earlier in the chat, if protecting your child means protecting your child from the father, then so be it. So be it. You be his superhero. You had to protect him from his child, from his father. And when I see that Blue is serious, is when I see Blue get on this internet and protect his child. Admit that he lied. Admit that he's baby Chrisean's father. Admit he was crashing out. Admit that he set the internet on fire by, excuse me, by targeting his baby. No real father is going to have the internet disrespecting their child. No father. So when people be like, oh yeah, I like them together, I'll be lying if I told y'all I do. I'll be lying. I wouldn't be really supporting her if I told y'all I want to see her with him. They look good together last night and the night before. I would be lying. And that's what makes me different from everybody else. I'm going to keep it real with you. If I'm going to support her, I'm going to keep it real. Because again, I'm going to talk as if she was my child, my niece, someone in my family. Because I would never tell my family member, my daughter, my niece, that I want to see them over there with the man that just got finished beating them down, with the man who mentally, spiritually, physically beat them down. I would never want to see them back with them, with that person. You get what I'm saying? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So it makes me different. And I like that I'm different. I like that I'm different. I don't agree with everybody. And some people agree with me. Hey, Baforce. Some people agree with me and some people don't agree with me. And that's cool. That's why we all have different opinions. And it's cool to have different opinions. That's why I like to have people come up and talk. Because I want to hear your opinion. You don't got to agree with me. I don't want nobody to agree with me just because this is my channel. I want you to be able to have your own opinion. I just don't want you to be disrespectful. I don't want you come up here bashing Chrisean because this is not a Chrisean bash page. I am not a hate page and never will be. So it will be no hate on Chrisean and it will be no hate on her child, not over here. But if you have a difference of opinion from what the conversation is about, a respectful difference of opinion, I want to hear it. I want to hear it because my opinion is definitely different from everybody else's. And I listen to a lot of people. I be in the chats, not in the chats because I don't be commenting, but I mean, I be in the internet streets. I be listening to, I be in all the lives listening. I be listening. And I feel like I'm different from everybody. I feel like I am really different from everybody. And I love having my own opinion. I love being different. Because I really truly feel like if you want to see Chrisean back with Blueface and that made y'all smile and y'all was happy, then you really don't support her. You really don't support her. Because how would you be happy to see a young lady you support with the person that mentally brought her down, physically beat her, drained her spiritually? How do you support her? Hey, Miss T. support her. So, you know, I'm just going to keep giving y'all my real. My real. And the storm is going to come. I'm never giving Blueface the benefit of the doubt. Everybody wanted to give Blueface the benefit of the doubt when he came home. And if y'all remember, when he came home, what did I say? I'm going day by day with it. I'm not jumping the gun. And everybody was on the, oh, Blueface is change and Blueface is this and Blueface is that. And I said, I give him, if he still doing this in 6 months, then I may say he changed. But I got to give him a year. But as for now, I'm going day by day with him. Blueface ain't even go 2 weeks before he turned into the old Blueface. Beat Chrisean ass within 2 days. So do I give him the benefit of the doubt now? Absolutely not. Do I want to see her with him? Absolutely not. So you're never going to hear me on my platform cheer her on being with him. You ain't going to hear me on my platform saying, oh, well, you know, sometimes we don't know what the universe do. It might bring them back together. No, universe, don't do it. Don't do it, universe. Because again, I'm talking like if Chrisean was my child, my niece, my family member. I would never tell my child, my niece, my family member to go back to the man that just beat you down, who's been beating you for years, who mentally beat you down, spiritually beat you down, who physically beat you down. Absolutely not. I would never. No, Desiree, I don't think she's going back to him. Absolutely not. I don't think so. I just read what she wrote. I'm speaking on, I'm saying how a lot of other people in the internet streets is, you know, feeling like they back together and want to see them together, and hope they get. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I want to see better for Chrisean. I want to see Chrisean's career take off without Blueface. I want to see Chrisean prosper. I want her to have big dreams and fulfill her dreams. I want her to stop being Captain Save-A-Ho for her family, for Blueface, and anybody else who's done her dirty. I want her to put her foot down and nail it to the ground. When someone disrespects her, don't just accept the apology and keep it moving and you love them again. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if you put your foot down today and lift it up off the ground tomorrow, that opens the door for them to disrespect you again next week. A person does to you what you allow. And if you put your foot down and you nail it to the ground and say, I will not allow this disrespect anymore, you will not get it anymore. But until she does that, I could want it all I want, right? I could want it all I want. I could want that for her. But she has to do that. And right now, she don't. She accept the apology from everybody who do her wrong. And then as soon as they on Mad Day, they back on the internet talk shit about her. Blueface, I'm giving y'all, I say next week. But I'm going to stretch it just a little bit and say after his tour, he's going to be back to dragging her. But Wack already, he already doing it. Carlissa's already throwing the little subs. Wack posting the old, his pinned Blueface pinned Twitter post about the baby not being his. Meanwhile, Chrisean posted the parents. Does it matter what Wack say? No, it don't. But at the end of the day, Blueface is with Wack. Blueface is on that bus with Wack. And that man is sitting there posting this. Why? Because you still got a pin to your page. So once again, Blueface is allowing other people to disrespect his child because he disrespects him. And once again, as a mom, you got to be the superhero to protect your child, even if that means from his own father. Even if that means from his own father. Hello, everyone who just came in. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm going to say it again. I think different from everybody else. I'm not on the same truck as everybody else. I'm driving a different car. I don't want to see Chrisean with him. I don't want the universe to spin that back around. I don't want her to forgive him and laugh with him until he get and really sincerely. You see, he could say sorry all he want, and that could be behind closed doors, right? Y'all know I say I want the apology to be as loud as the disrespect. But even accepting his apology behind closed doors, you don't accept the apology right away. Because you know when apology really matters is when you see him being a father to his kid. When you see him step up. Because I could tell anybody I'm sorry. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. It's like telling somebody you love them. I could tell you I love you all I want. But if I ain't showing it, what does I love you mean? Because you know you ain't never got to tell nobody you love them. Action speaks louder than words. So I can never say I love you. Ever. But if my actions show I love you, you know I love you, right? You know I love you because the action speaks it. So you don't always got to say the words. You understand what I'm saying? So him saying sorry to her behind closed doors is like the forgiving be too fast. It be too fast because you ain't give him a chance to prove that he's sorry. You ain't give him a chance to prove that he really gonna change. Because the change ain't for her, y'all. The change ain't for her. The change is to be a father to that child. The change is to step in and help her with that child. Because right now, she has been the mother and the father. Look what she called a coach. Coach Papa. Other men is stepping in. That baby be so happy. But when he was with his father, he was looking at him like, and trying to get out his arms. I ain't never see that baby trying to get out somebody's arms before. But y'all know how Chrisean always talk about that demonic spirit? That demonic spirit is with his father. That demonic spirit is with his father. So then, and I get, and that's your opinion, right? And that's, you know, I say I like to hear everybody's opinion, because I don't want everybody to agree with me. I want everybody to have their own opinion, right? And I understand God forgives, right? Because God is a forgiving God. But I'm going to ask you, Deanna, how many times is she supposed to forgive Blueface? How many times? She forgive him today, and then he stomp her out next week. She forgive him next week, and then he stomp her out the next week. She forgive him again. Like, how many times is she supposed to keep forgiving? Because she say God forgives. Does that make, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I making sense? Like, we don't watch him physically and mentally bring her down, will her back in, and then destroy her again. How many times is she supposed to forgive that? She's trying to rebrand herself. Do you think her being back with him is going to help rebranding her when everybody is expecting her to be toxic? Do you think that's a good look? Do you think she really should keep forgiving him? How many times do you forgive a person before you say, I am done? Again, I said, as long as he is apologizing and sincere about his apology and really going to step in and help be a dad, I'm here for that. I am here for it. If you're going to step up and be a father to Chrisean, baby Chrisean, and you are going to co-parent the way you're supposed to, and that is it, I'm here for it. Because every mother needs help with their kid. Every mother. It is not easy being a single mother. I was a single mother. So I know firsthand it ain't easy. And I know that's all she wants. She wants him to be a part of her child life. I know that. I know that. So I'm here for that part. I'm here for that part. But when I say that everybody else that I see talking through the internet streets is like, oh yeah, you know, if they get back together, you know, I like that. If that's what she want to do, no, why? Why? If you support her, why do you want to see her back with him? Why? Why? Why do you think that would be a good look? If you support her, why would you ever want to see him back, see her with him? No, that man mentally, physically destroyed her, her spirit, everything. I would ever want to even the thought of seeing them back together as a couple. Why? Why would any supporter want to see that? So I'm going to say it again. Co-parenting? Absolutely. If he mean it. If he really going to change. Because that's what she want more than anything, is for him to be a part of his child's life. But me personally, I'm not accepting your apology today. You got to prove it now. You know why? Because every time I accept the apology, you went and you destroyed me again. He builds her up to knock her down. And Wack and his mother is already starting it. That's why Carissa is putting it out there that, oh, everybody worked for Blue. So now what is she saying? Chrisean is his employee? Red flag number one. Red flag number one. She already putting the little stuff out there. She's putting the image out there for y'all already. Wack posting the Twitter post that I kept saying, that I said yesterday. He needs to remove that Twitter post. That Twitter post is still there. And Wack went right on the day and reposted the shit. And reposted. While she's posting, Chrisean's parents. Meanwhile, Blue still have that Twitter post up there. So how much do y'all think that his apology is sincere? Because here's the thing, y'all. If his apology is sincere, the first thing he would have did was take that unpin and remove that Twitter post. But that Twitter post is still there with him saying that he is not that baby's father. You know why? Because he gonna drag her again. He ain't gonna take it down. And there wouldn't have been no laughing with him. I wouldn't have been on, and that's just me, y'all. Because if he was sincere with his apology, she wouldn't have had to even ask him to remove it. He would have done it on his own. But it's still there. It's still there. I need y'all to let that sink in. That post is still there, pinned to his Twitter. And it's circulating through the internet again. People talking about Wack posting it, while Chrisean is over there saying, hey, the parents in boxing with Blueface. Wack is over here sharing that Blueface is not the father. So I'm going to say this again, like I said earlier in the live. Wack 100 is the ring master to Chrisean and Blueface. You know, everybody think that Blueface is the ringleader for the circus. But when it comes to Chrisean and Blueface, Wack is the ringleader. He's the ringmaster. And why do I say Wack is the ringleader? Because Wack be the one that do the first interviews. He go on every interview, and anybody he talk about Chrisean. And everything he say is a lie. And then when Blueface go on his interviews after Wack, he regurgitate everything that Wack just said. Wack was the first person to say that Ronnie was the father. That was Wack. It wasn't Blue, y'all. Wack was the first person to say that Ronnie was inside the delivery room. That was Wack. It wasn't Blueface. But Blueface went and said everything that Wack said in his interviews. So who's the ringmaster? It is Wack when it comes to Blueface and Chrisean. And then as long as Blueface allow Wack and anybody else, his mama or anybody else, to disrespect that baby, then he is not sorry. And I need people to understand that. It starts with him. He was the first one to get online and disrespect that child. He was the first one. And as long as he's allowing anybody else to keep disrespecting, then he's not sorry. Because Wack shouldn't have been able to repost that post today. Because it shouldn't have been up there. It should have been down. And yes, I heard you're absolutely right. Miss D. You're absolutely right. Because ain't nobody gonna drag mine. I go to hell for mine. So I'm gonna say this again, y'all. Like I said earlier in the live. When do Chrisean put her foot down and nail it to the goddamn ground and say, I'm not taking the disrespect no more. Because you can't just keep accepting, I apologize. And then next week it happens again. Because I'm going to say this again. People only do to you what you allow them to do. So if you never nail your foot to the ground, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. The family get up there and disrespect her. Then they apologize. Then as soon as they don't get what they want again, they back disrespecting her. Blueface get what he want out of her for the moment. Then he back disrespecting her. But you know what? Blueface, the family, Carlissa, nobody couldn't disrespect her if she put her freaking foot down and kept it down. So that's where I say I think different from everybody else. I'm not with the yay. Oh, they was happy together. No, I'm only happy if he become a father. I'm only happy if he legit be there to help take care of that baby. Step in and help her raise her child. If he ain't gonna help raise that baby that he laid down in the bed and made, I don't want to see him with her. I don't want to see him even shaking her hand. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm not. Absolutely not. And then you got to build the trust that he's able to be a father. Because I wouldn't leave him with my kid by himself, neither. The way you dragged that kid on the internet, said he wasn't yours. Then you got your other little possible baby mama talking about my kid. Oh no, honey. Oh no. He would never have my baby by himself. It would be a whole lot of proving to do. That's a lot of work. He will have to work 2 years at least to prove to me that he's a trustworthy father. Because we see how he is with Journey. Journey could run amok. So we know he has no control over the kids. So that means he definitely can't take care of Junior by himself. So if she gave him Junior, who's going to be watching Junior? Is it going to be the 2 baby mamas that don't like her? Pinching her kid when he ain't looking? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. And I told y'all, I think different from everybody else. And that's what makes me different. I think different from everybody else. And I already know that, Tareen. You know why? Because that post is still currently on his Twitter page. You know, that's all I kept talking about was that post. I've been talking about that post since yesterday. That same post that Wack went and reshared today. So am I supposed to be happy that they made up, supposedly, and they together? Absolutely not. Because it ain't no makeup until that post is down. And I still don't have trust in you. Because I give him a week. Like she said, she was with Jonathan. But Blueface is going to come back out. So she was with Jonathan today and yesterday. But because that post is still up there, we know Jonathan is coming back out as soon as she leave him. Soon as she go back on to doing what she was doing, Jonathan is going to be gone and Blueface is coming back out. Wack already started it with the post. Like I said, if y'all seen the other angle where somebody was recording from the top of the balcony, when Chrisean came out, Wack never walked Chrisean out. Wack was already standing by the steps, him and the guy. And when Chrisean went up them steps, came past him to go up them steps, Wack had the most evilest face. He ain't crack a smile. His face just grilled up. He was mad that she was there. He was mad. Then for me to see Rumble post Chrisean and Blueface fake sparring, then ask, would this be a good card to have them on the same night, have them there to fight? And so many people was in the comments like, yeah. Why? Why would y'all want to see Blueface at X Rumble with Chrisean and them fighting the same night? Why would y'all even want to see them together? Why would y'all want to see him on her journey? She made this her lane. She's trying to move on, build her career, rebrand herself. Why would anybody want to see him fighting next to her? Why? Like, y'all gotta make that make sense to me. And that's why I was in the comments like, absolutely not. She's trying to rebuild herself. She's trying to rebrand herself. Why would y'all even ask that question? Why would you even think to want to put him under X Rumble and put him on a card with her? To build her down? Wack's goal is to knock her down. Blueface goal is to knock her down. Build her up to knock her down. Why would anybody want to see that? Why? And I'm like, these is Chrisean supporters all saying yeah? Like everybody like, yeah. That's why I know that I think different from everybody else. I can't think like everybody else. I'm not with it. Some people will be mad at me because of what I think and what I say. And some people are going to understand what I say. Because I don't want nothing different from Chrisean that I wouldn't want for my family member. My child if I had a daughter. My niece. And I'm going to keep saying that, y'all. The shit that Chrisean went through with Blueface, I would never want my family member to go through. I would never cheer them on to go back that direction with that individual. Never. Never. You don't want to see her prosper if you want to see her back next to him. If you want to see her working with him. Knowing his words was, you came to me with nothing. You're going to leave with nothing. You ain't never going to be nothing. That music you selling, ain't nobody going to listen to that. He ain't there for her. He's going to try to knock her down. Throw her off her A game. Y'all think he really likes seeing her come up the way she coming up right now? All these people that was hating her is now going back over there to her, congratulating her, and all of this stuff, talking to her on the phone. Y'all think he like that? Come on, man. Y'all got to be real. Y'all really think he like that? Like, come on. Come on. So I'm sorry. I'm never gonna be that person that sit here and say, yeah, if the universe bring them back together, it is what it is, and I'm here for it, or that's what she want. I ain't here for it. I ain't here for it. I like Chrisean. I like the path that Chrisean is going on. I want to see a future for Chrisean. I want to see Chrisean reach for the stars and grab the stars. I don't want to see Chrisean go backwards. I don't want to see nothing knocking her down because she keep allowing it back in her life. And let's make this clear for those who just came in. I don't think she's going to get back with Blueface. Absolutely not. I don't think so. We all know Chrisean is very unpredictable. However, I honestly don't think she's going to be back with him. And like I said earlier, and I said yesterday, if she had turned around and got back with him at some point, I would come on my live and tell you that I'm shocked. Because I really don't think she's going to go get back with him. I honestly think that Chrisean just want to co-parent and be friends with Blueface. I honestly do. I think that's all she want. I think that's all she want. And that's why she want to forgive him. But I'm just different, y'all. My forgiving with me is hard. I'm harder. Let me say it that way. I'm harder when it comes to forgiving. So I'm not saying they're going to be back to, I'm not saying they're going to be back together. That's not what I'm saying. So, Fit, I mentioned this earlier, right? I know Chrisean has her relationship with God. I know Chrisean knows that God is a forgiving God. So I'm going to say what I said earlier. How many times is she supposed to forgive and keep getting knocked down? When do she stop forgiving? When do she stop forgiving the people that keep shitting on her, keep bringing her down? At some point, that forgiveness goes out the door. Like I said, she want to be, she wants to co-parent. She wants that more than anything. We all know that. I'm here for that. Not knocking that. Because it ain't easy being a single parent. I'm here for it if he's genuinely gonna be a parent in that child's life. But he not. You know why? Because he still got the post on his Twitter that he is not the damn father. While Wack is sharing it on his post on his page today. So when do we stop forgiving when the forgiveness and the sorry to the forgiveness is not real? Because I'll say this again. If his sorry was real, the first thing he would have did was remove that Twitter post. And it's still there. So you know what we're going to be talking about in 2 weeks or when he finished his tour? Him on these interviews again dragging her. Blue is under Wack. I'm going to say it again. Wack is the puppet master when it comes to Chrisean and Blueface. Wack starts off his tour of interviews, dragging Chrisean, saying his lies, And then Blue go on the interviews behind Wack and repeats the lies that Wack said. He regurgitates everything Wack have to say every time. Every time. And as long as Wack is there with Blue and Blue is thing, the apology is never going to be real, because I'm going to say what I said earlier. Wack and Carlissa, his mother, is never going to allow the co-parenting to be co-parenting. They never going to allow it. Chrisean is never going to have peace. She's never going to have peace. So again, my thinking is different from y'all's. And that's what makes me different. Because I'm going to keep saying this. I'm not saying nothing for Rock, Chrisean, Holy Hands, Chrisean Malone that I wouldn't tell my own family member. I'll be fake as hell if I sat up here and be like, yeah, Chrisean, forgive him. Yeah, Chrisean, I'll be fake. I'll be fake, and I ain't fake. I ain't fake. I'm far from it. I'm far from it. But I'll say this again. I want to see Chrisean prosper. I want to see Chrisean get everything in life that she is determined to get. And I want to see her do it without Blueface. In a perfect world, Blueface would be a father. In a perfect world, that sorry that he said to her behind closed doors, he will mean it. In a perfect world. But we don't live in a perfect world, do we? We don't live in a perfect world. So therefore, Blue is not going to be a father. And I'm calling it. And I'm going to keep calling it every day that Twitter post is still on his Twitter. I'm going to keep calling it every day that Twitter post is on his Twitter. He is not going to be a father. He cool with her for the moment that he need her. Everybody be jumping the gun when it come to Blueface. I ain't jumping the gun. I ain't jumping the gun. Because I don't give him the benefit of the doubt. Blueface ain't shit. I don't give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll say what I said again earlier for those who missed it. When he came home from jail, everybody was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, Blue change. Oh, Blue this, Blue this. I was the only one that said, I'm going day by day. I'm going day by day. He got to give me 6 months. I really want a year, but I got to see 6 months. But until 6 months, I'm going day by day. He ain't even give y'all a whole week. He ain't give y'all a whole week. Day 1, day 2, he was beating her ass. So you want me to give him the benefit of the doubt, be happy about what I saw today? Absolutely not. Not me. Not Inch. I ain't on that train. I ain't on that train. Yeah, Chrisean believe in Jesus Christ. Chrisean prays her word every day. Yes, she does. In a perfect world, Chrisean wants him to be a father to her child. Chrisean wants that co-parenting in a perfect world. But we talking about Blue. So this ain't a perfect world. Yeah, he had that Bible in his pocket. She put that Bible in his pocket. She probably just prayed with him, right? And I'm going to say what I said before. She prayed in that place. She was praying them demonic people, spirits from around her. Wack with the evil face that she had to pass getting on that stage. The bullshit she knows she gonna endure with Blueface soon. She had to pray. Definitely had to pray. He had the Bible. Trust me, the whole time she with him, she praying. He probably getting tired of it because she pray all day. He probably really getting tired of it. But he got a front right now because he need her for whatever reason he need her for. What he need her for at this moment, I don't know. I can't tell y'all. But I will tell y'all this: as soon as he done with her, he gonna drag her again. So am I giving Blueface the benefit of the doubt? Absolutely not. Keeping it popping. I do believe in forgiveness. But once you keep doing the same thing over and over, no, I don't believe in it anymore. You got 2 times. Strike 1, strike 2. I won't give you strike 3. Because you see, after the second time, that means you're going to continue doing it. You're going to continue doing it. How long am I supposed to be stupid for a person? I'll say it again. A person only do to you what you allow. When you put your foot down and you stomp it down and keep it down, they can no longer do it to you anymore. Because you put that foot down and you submitted it to the ground. It is cemented down. So when it come to me, I'm a hard cookie. I ain't just talking on the internet, y'all. This is me in real life. This is me in real life. I'm a Sag. I don't know if there's any Sages in here. Y'all know Sages is stubborn. We don't just forgive. And I could forgive you and never talk to you again. Then you could do something to me that I don't even want your forgiveness. I'm never talking to you ever again in life. So when you ask me the question, do I forgive? Yeah. But you don't get that many chances with me. You don't get to look at me like I'm stupid. You don't get to think you could play on my top. I'll be by myself before I let somebody think they could keep playing with me. And I'll tell you, I'm like this in real life. This is my real life attitude, y'all. That's why when I say I'm different from everybody and I'm talking like this, I'm passionate with what I'm saying because I'm really like this. If I had a daughter, if this was my niece, if this was my cousin, any of my family members, I would be saying this to them. I'm not going to tell my family member to keep running to the nigga that's beating you down. Keep running to the dude that's dragging you. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And yeah, sometimes it's harder when a person have a baby with them, with the person. They feel like they tied in forever. They can't, you can't break from them because they have a kid together. But that's not always true. Sometimes when you stay together for the sake of a child, the child is the one that is suffering. It ain't even y'all. It's the child. Because the whole time y'all trying to stay around each other for the sake of your kid, y'all fighting. Y'all bickering the whole damn time. All the years going on. That kid got to see that. The kid is the one who's suffering. You don't got to be with nobody to raise a kid. And again, y'all, I ain't saying they together. Because I never thought they was together. Like the internet did. Oh, they back together. Shut up. Shut up. She just did a performance. That's it. They ain't back together. They playing a little fighting. Oh, they back together. Shut up. Shut up. She's not with him. If you're a real supporter, you know the one thing she want more than anything is for him to co-parent with her. She want that more than anything. And I'm here for it. If he legit was gonna co-parent. But we're talking about Blueface. We're talking about Blueface. Blueface ain't co-parent. He got to sleep with his baby mamas in order to deal with his kids. What he doing with Jaden? What he doing with Jaden? I'll say it again. Do I think Chrisean wants to be back with Blue? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think so. If Chrisean came back out 6 months from now, 8 months from now, and said, me and Blueface is back together, I will definitely come back on this platform and tell y'all, hey, y'all, I'm shocked. She surprised the hell out of me. Because I would be surprised. Because I honestly really think she don't want to be with him. That is my honest opinion. I don't think she want to be with him. Looking at their movements when they was play fighting and he kept grabbing her to hug her, she kept pushing him off. Did y'all peep that? She kept pushing him off. She was smiling and joking with him, but she was pushing him off. Now y'all know we could be cool with our kid's father and not be with them, right? We can. We could laugh and joke. You could come best friends with your kid father. You could become best friends with your kid father. Because sometimes you get along better separate than you do together, right? And that's with any relationship.
I agree.
Right? Some husband and wife, they'll be together for years, be fighting and bickering, and they break up, and they the best of friends. And you be like, well, when we was together, why does that happen? But they the best of friends not together, right? It happens. It happens. So
I
seeing her
absolutely believe
laughing,
that.
right? Seeing her laughing and joking with him, I'm for that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm here for the co-parenting. That's what I'm here for. Anything else other than that, I am not. Ain't gonna act like I am. I am not. I am not. I am not. I ain't faking with y'all. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. So the moment Blueface go on his world tour of dragging Chrisean, y'all know what I'm gonna say, right? I told y'all so. I told y'all so. Because right now, while that post is still pinned to his page, there's no change in Blueface. There's no change. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. All right, Angela. When's your birthday? Let me. We name twins. We sign twins. When's your birthday? And can you do what God said? Forgive 70 times, not just 2 times. Wait, let me pen this. Let me read that. What that said. Hold on, I'm trying to pen. And can you do what God said? Forgive 70 times 70, not just 2 times. That's why Chrisean is doing what God said. Keep forgiving just like he forgave us every day because we sin every day. Gail, I'll be fake if I told you that I'm going to keep forgiving the same person that keep hurting me. Absolutely not. I can't. I can't. You want me to be real or you want me to be fake? I am not forgiving a person that constantly disrespects me. Nope. You got strike 1, strike 2. I'm not allowing you to do strike 3. Absolutely not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't do it. I don't do it. I have a sister that I haven't spoken to since 2005. We in 2026. We in 2026. So I'm telling y'all, this is really me in real life. I'm not just up here giving y'all bullshit. I'm telling you, like, this is really my personality, y'all. This is really me. Do I forgive people, gal? Yes, I do. I do. But when you're a person that disrespects, there's no forgiving. I'm not forgiving you. I'm not forgiving you. For me to have peace, I may have a conversation with God and move on with my life. So my conscience is good. But I ain't talking to them. I ain't forgiving them like that. No, no. Because I'm going to say it again. When you allow people to disrespect and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, guess what they're going to do? Keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. I don't care how much you go to church. I don't care. I don't care how much you pray every day. If a person know they could disrespect you, they're going to keep doing it. You can go to church and you could pray to God and you can still put your foot down and demand respect. Sorry. Sorry. Why? Because a person pray and go to church, they have to accept disrespect. They have to accept people dragging them. Why? 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 You just got banned. I don't even know what your name is, but you out of here. Don't come in here talking about nothing negative with Chrisean nor her child. Like, go save your mama. You're in the wrong chat for that shit. Wrong page. Keeping it popping. I'm sorry if that make you sad, right? I'm sorry. And you know you one of the supporters that's in here all the time. I'm sorry if that make you sad. But that I wouldn't be me if I didn't tell you who I am. You understand what I'm saying? I would be fake. And I'm going to say this again, right? Keeping it popping. If Chrisean was my daughter, if Chrisean was my niece, if Chrisean was my little cousin, I would be telling them this too. Why would I want to see my daughter, my niece, my cousin back with an individual that constantly dragged them? Why would I want to see that? Why? Like, do y'all tell that to y'all family members? Do y'all really tell that to y'all family members? There's a lot of people in the world that has been abused themselves. There's a lot of people in the world that have family members that has been abused. If you was somebody that was being abused, how many people have told you you need to leave that man? How many people? You might not listen, but how many people say you need to leave him alone? You need to leave him alone. If there's someone in your family, you wouldn't tell your family, yo, you need to leave him alone. We have to remember, Blue didn't, he physically and mentally abused her. Oh, do we not care about her mind? Now, okay, so when it comes to the word of God and preaching and going to church, That is definitely for her mental. That is definitely for her mental. Because if she wasn't in church, we don't know where her mental would be. I feel like church is what's guiding her. That's what's keeping her mental on a straight, you know? And I say this again. I know she wants to co-parent. She wants that more than anything. She wants that more than anything. And I'm here for it. If he was genuine and was really going to co-parent and really be there for that baby. But y'all, that post is still on his Twitter. So I ain't here for it. And I'm standing on what I said. I'm not here for it. As long as that post is still on his Twitter of him denying that baby, I'm not here for it. Gal, you could try to get me to change my mind. I'm not. I'm not. Y'all want me to say what everybody is saying. I'm not. That's what make me different. That's what make me different. I support Chrisean in a different way from y'all. I support her in a different way. And it is okay for everybody to have different opinions. It is okay for everybody to support her in their own way. Because me, Ange, I want nothing but the best from her. I've seen her come from the worst. And look at her 2026. She's a different person. You think I want to see her fall backwards? Not me. Not me. I want to see her stay on this path that she's on. I want to see her keep climbing to the top, reaching for the stars. I want the best for her. And unfortunately, y'all, the best is not blue. So no, I don't agree when everybody like, yeah, forgive him. Forgive him. If they get back together, no, not me. Not me. When that post come off his Twitter, that's the first step. That's the first step of maybe he's going to move his way to the right way and be a father. But right now, that post is still on his Twitter. And his manager, Wack, is sharing it on his page today. In his story. So y'all want me to be like, oh yeah, let her forgive him. Like, come on. Come on. I'm different from y'all. And that's what make all of us different. Because we all have difference of opinions. We all have difference of opinions. And it's cool to have difference of opinions. Yes, keeping it popping. He shared the pinned tweet. He shared the pinned Twitter post that Blueface still currently has pinned to his page, saying that he is not the father. So, keep telling y'all, I'm not gonna change my mind. And Desiree, I'm like you. I never fit in either. Oh, I pinned the wrong one. I was trying to pin Desiree. I lost it. Oh, right here. I'm like you. I never fit in either. I was that girl in school where all my friends were smoking weed. And back in the days, it'll be no lie, no exaggeration. Everybody at school, at the end of the school day, they outside talk about who got 25 cents on this bag of weed. And weed was $5. Who got 25 cents? You got 20 people smoking a blunt. I ain't never smoked a blunt. To this day, I ain't never smoked weed a day in my life. Never smoked a cigarette. I'm not a drinker. I might have a drink once in a year if I go out with my friends and never drink the whole thing because I'm not a drinker. I've always been the odd person, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I was never peer pressured to do anything that my group of friends was doing. I was always the oddball. So when I say y'all, I think different from y'all, I think different. And y'all got to respect my opinion. I respect y'all's. I'm not telling y'all how to think. I'm not telling y'all how to think. It's okay to disagree with me. It's okay. I'm not mad at nobody who think different or have a different of opinion from me. That's what make all of us different. But I told y'all I drive a different truck. I don't drive the same truck as everybody else. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will. But Petty,
What's good, y'all? What's good?
what's your spill?
Girl, oh my God. Yeah, this is crazy. I just was sitting here thinking, like, I'm listening to you talk, and I'm like, yo, this is why I fuck with the sorry. I love my banger family. You know why? I love my petty family. I love the crew, the Peach Pit. If you in here, I'm shouting you out. Because we have always been that group of people that can disagree. We agree to disagree. Like, that's your opinion. And that was the reason why I personally decided that I want to be able to engage with people and see, am I tripping? You know, how Ange feel, we'll go back and forth. You see how Ange going crazy right now? Y'all see, and this is me. Well, that's my homie, and me and her do the same daggone thing, but it's healthy. It's healthy conversation. It exercises your mind. And sometimes when y'all have these uncomfortable conversations, and you got people upset, and honestly, I was sitting there thinking, like, you know what? Because we're in a growing stage, right? I see both sides. I see where someone that knows healing is good, you know what I mean? And I can see where everybody has room to grow, even including me and you. You get what I'm saying? So she's absolutely right that this is how I feel, and I stand on that. But I feel like as long as we keep having this conversation, we leave room for growth for all of us, not just for Chrisean. I had to learn how to forgive some shit. You know what I mean? I forgive because I ain't gonna let you ever. It's like, it's almost like that guy said, why would I drink some poison and expect you to die? Because what you did to me is poison. It has poisoned me. But I'm going to drink the poison and expect you to die. While you sitting over there eating a whole cheeseburger, chilling, happy than a motherfucker. Excuse my French. I forgive for me. So, do I agree? I love that. I know God works in mysterious ways, and I know that it's something going on here. Whether we already know the devil lurking, so the awareness is so cool. She's aware. She's aware. And my thing is, it's like I worry. It's like I worry because it's like, damn, I know where you have been with this person. You get what I'm saying? But if she's on assignment to go drop off whatever she got to drop off to this man and try to piece this together for her child, I get it. I'm here for it. You know, the internet hops on everything, but the truth. They'll hop on everything but the truth. And when you got narrative setters like boy head skittle diddle, you know, she out there they down there putting out the footwork. Hey, Wack putting out the footwork. Remember, y'all, that's still not his kid. Make it the point is to make Chrisean look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do what you gotta do. A hater gonna do what they gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. No, I feel like when it comes to the situation, I'm in this processing mode. I don't jump the gun because we're at the you never know stage. We're at the hey, you never know. Whatever the wind gonna blow, I want her to be healthy. I want her to be safe. That's where I'm at with it. I trust Blue? No. Am I here for them being okay with each other? Would I rather see them be at peace with each other? Yes. So two things can be right at the same time. You can be forgiving, or you can let unforgiveness take you out. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that girl. I'm gonna forgive because I want you to see me win. Period. And leave you no room to not congratulate me because you don't have to. You're gonna see me win. So forgiving is for you. So some people haven't got to that stage yet. And do I respect where you at with it? Yup. That's why it's your opinion. I'ma respect where you at every time. Because I really understand that you don't gotta think like me. That's it. Does that make you have your opinion make you wrong? Make you evil? No. Not at all. That's helping us to grow. And you teaching me to communicate.
Petty, hold your thought. Don't lose your thought.
Girl, you do that every time.
No. Let me reply to this real quick. Hold your thought.
You can't let the enemy. I'm talking.
No,
You can't let the enemy. You cannot.
It's
You can't
not.
do
No,
that.
no. It's not an enemy. It's not an
You can't
enemy.
let the thought. Like you can't. You can't. You can't let it penetrate your thought. We're on a roll right now, baby. We're on a roll right now.
Bad. I just want to correct them though. This
It's
person
okay.
said. This person said, I'm saying that because you said yourself before that Blue wasn't good for Chrisean. So you now saying it's good to be with her for their child and the baby not even there.
Who's saying that?
I forgot. It's been days. So T Spire, I don't know. I'm gonna just call you T. Are you speaking on when I said that parents try to be together for their kids? Because I never said that.
You see how this about to take me out of my area? You see how this about to make me lose my whole train of thought?
I never said no. I just keep it. I never said. What I said was, if he is going to be a father, if he gonna be a father, then I'm here for it.
I got ADHD.
Oh, she said that was for you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. She's talking to me.
Okay. So
I said, is it good? I don't know. Now I don't know. Okay, so let's move forward. Honey, baby girl, listen. I think you think I'm saying that it's so. I don't want him. Let me tell you, I don't want him nowhere near her. Okay, if I had it my way, but it's not my place. That's my I don't want, and that's out of fear. That's out of having post-traumatic stress syndrome. Oh my God, is he gonna get her hurt? He just made this allegation. Is he setting her up? That's what the petty brain is doing, right? Do what I want in a perfect world for Chrisean, Jesus, baby Jesus, to have a father? Yes. And in my crazy brain of thinking, I'm thinking God gonna send him a father. I don't think Blue is that guy. So let me give you how I feel. Now, if she's over there and she's on her mission for whatever her and God talked about, that's on her and Jesus. He didn't let us in on that conversation. So I sit here, I hold my peace, and I support. That's what I do. Okay? Now, the baby ain't there at all. So we ain't going to sit here. Maybe they doing some healing. You don't know what's going on. I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. Okay? So help me, baby. I would love in a perfect world for the baby to have a real support system, a dad, and he has that. See, the enemy will show up in your glory when everybody's uplift. The enemy will show up and like, hey, I know that Blue and his mama are monitoring spirits. I know that they're monitoring spirits. So right now, she's the wave. They need to hop on that. They'll make it look like she's hopping on his wave. You already know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. My fear is she's his dynamite, he's her kryptonite. That's it. That's where I'm at with it. She can get him lit. She can get things popping over there for him.
Thank you, Curly Cookie.
Make her go down. So that's where my fear is at. But at the end of the day, this teaching me more about my faith and if I really trust God and his process. See, the process ain't got to look good to us. It don't. It ain't because this story ain't about us. It's her redemption story. The process can look like it want to look. Things ain't always what it look like. You get me? Things ain't always what it look like. Because I could have sworn when he came home, everybody had it in their peripheral that she slept with him when she was there with him for them days. Hello. Come to find out, he trying to seduce her with the baby in the shower. Could you have stood the rain? Hell no. I couldn't have stood the rain. I'd have probably jumped on the fucking man. Thank you, God, for letting me back up from the dingaling. She backed up like it probably was a damn movie, sliding down the wall. She didn't mess with him. She didn't give him no type of nothing. And she wasn't even rocking with God the way she rocking with God now. He said himself he didn't sleep with her. So if y'all didn't trust God, then do y'all even trust him now? I think from a different, that's why we work. We like a piece of a puzzle. That's why we work. And around here, I'm going to challenge you to think. I get along with critical thinking people. That's my type of people. Because Angie challenges me to think like, oh, wait, do I see it that way? And me and her were head butt, but we got love for each other, respect for each other. That she allows me to be Miss Petty, and I respect Miss Ange. That's her opinion. Do it make me look at her no different? No. That's what make the world go round. She wouldn't be Let's Talk About It with Ange, and I wouldn't be Miss Petty if we spoke the same way. What would be the reason you would go visit Ange's page and then come visit my page if you're going to get the same thing? Let's make it make sense. Do I want her to be safe? Heck yeah. That's what I'm praying for. I don't care about no relationship because he can never compete with God. He tried to. He told her she was giving God his credit. So is he dangerous for her? Yes. His arm's too short to box with God, so I ain't worried. And I'm trying to say, you already got something in the making. God, please don't allow her nothing to happen to her during this process. Keep her, cover her, keep her discernment sharp. Because to me right now, it's like wood and a piece of iron. Right now, she's sharp. He dull. And only thing that could come from that, if he don't tighten up, is that he's gonna make her dull and he gonna get damaged. Or she's gonna get damaged and he gonna get sharp. Like, so we got to figure it out. We got to pick a struggle. Are we going to wish for her the best? Yes. Are we gonna support her wherever she at? Yes, we just was hurrying our asses off. Yay, Chrisean. Okay, she's still human. I'm gonna need her. I know if you know, you know. Chrisean gonna do a dip and a dab on your ass. So if you're new here, buckle up. The ride is going down. Chrisean gonna make us happy. She gonna make us sad. She gonna make us glad. She gonna make us cry. She gonna make us pray. She gonna make that's Chrisean. That's called the Chrisean effect. That's the anointing on her life. Why you think everybody's talking about it? It's a conversation that needs to be had. Okay? So we praying for Blue and her. We play look, Blue, we praying that you don't even try it. You know what I mean? We praying that you are, and I plead in the blood that you're trying to take her out of her celibacy. I'm covered. Like, and if she fails, it's okay. If she fails, it's okay. This is a young lady. She's 20 freaking 5, 26, and I'm not giving her an excuse. But half of us got a ninja that's their kryptonite. Half of us done had that. Come on now. Let me get off this subject. I'll speak to y'all later over at Petty Society. Go ahead. What up, Curly Cookie?
Hold on. Welcome, Curly. Shava, you was in the back, and before I could let you up, you dropped down. So if you want to come back, come back. So anybody else want to come up? Like I said, my opinion is my opinion. I'm open to hearing everybody's opinion. That's what make us all different. So just come up and give your thoughts.
And then
Welcome,
look,
Curly.
hey Curly.
Hey guys, I ain't gonna come. I ain't gonna stay up here long because I'm still sick. But hold on. But I just want to say that I I am still supporting Chrisean. I'm always going to support Chrisean. Um, it's a lot going on right now, and it's definitely deep for us because we have been on this up and down journey with Chrisean for such a long time, and we've seen her ups, we've seen her downs, we've seen her relationship with Blue, without Blue, and with the baby and things like that. So we only want her to see her in her highest moments and not in her lowest moments. And so I think that that's why we are so emotional right now about what's going on, because we don't want to slip back into see her.
Keeping it popping on mute for me,
Oh,
please.
sorry. We
Go ahead.
don't want to see her slip back into being Rock. We want her to continue to
Wanna
be.
mute. Sorry, Cookie.
Oh, you're fine. We want her to be, Chrisean. We want her to be Holy Hands. So, it's hard for us because we're older than her. So we've known that journey, right? And we've been in that journey. And this is her and her journey, and she's just in the public eye. And so I just pray for her. I pray for her safety. I pray for her mental health, for her and her sanctuary, for her and baby Jesus, because it can't be easy. It's like damned if she do, damned if she don't. So I just wish her still the best, and I'm here for her. So just keep her, just everybody, just keep her in our prayers for her. Help lift her up when she's down, and just guide when she tries to, I don't know what I'm trying to say right there. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of trying to get myself together with my cold, but I'm just trying to say that basically let's just all like give her grace. That's all I'm trying to say. Just give her grace.
I
Okay.
agree. Thanks, Curly. I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
Thank you.
me
I'm
too.
gonna drop down, y'all.
All right. Thank
I'm
you
gonna
for
come down
coming
here.
up and giving your spill. Shava,
Feel better, Curly.
welcome
Yeah,
to the
I
stage.
agree. Thank you, babe. Happy Mother's Day to all belated. Every day is Mother's Day in my eyesight.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say one of the biggest fears that I have watching them reunite and seeing how The love that she exuded from her eyes to him was concerning. Number one, Krishan has a tendency, because she doesn't want to hear any naysayers, but she has a tendency to drop all things that's important, that's very important to her, just to satisfy Blue. And Blue feeds off of that, because to me he's a succubi. He zaps energy from people, you know. So that's one of the issues that I have with seeing the unity. I'm happy that they were able to discuss things, but the hatred that I saw in Wack on the side of that stage, resentment, not hatred, the resentment I saw when he was watching the love that Krishan was getting on stage, it just, and then the back and forth mental F that Carlissa does on her lives does not indicate to me that they are wishing the best for their co-parenting. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
And
Keeping
do
it
you mind if
popping.
I show something on your screen from
Yeah,
Chrisean?
yeah, go ahead. All right, keeping it popping. You next. You got it ready, Petty?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. And then keeping it popping. After she show it, then it's your turn.
This is what Chrisean's saying. Dear people, she said, wait a minute. Dear
Oh yeah,
world,
I read that. So
you
go
write
ahead, read
that?
it again. Yeah,
She
but
said,
some people probably wasn't here. So go ahead, read it again.
Dear world, people confuse forgiveness for weakness or giving or going backwards. That's not what this is. I forgave because I value peace more than carrying anger. No, we are not together. I just chose respect over resentment. I've learned that not every battle is meant to destroy you. Some are meant to grow you. I pray face. She said, I prayed, I faced things head on and let it in Yahweh's hands. She said, and left it in Yahweh's hands. I can't really see y'all. She said, no hate in my heart, no distractions, just growth, healing, and staying locked in. She said, I'm trying my hardest to be mature, set healthy boundaries so we can be there for our little guy. We talked, we apologized. Now we're moving forward. Not because we want to, but because we need to for our little guy. Now, every like that's from her.
Right, and I had dissect that earlier, but we could go back and dissect that once keeping it popping and wanna speak. So
I mean,
go ahead, keeping it popping. Keeping it popping. You up here? Keeping it popping. All right, keeping it popping. Come back, cause I know the first time you said you couldn't hear, you dropped. Come back. Um, Wana, Wani. How you put? First of
oh,
all,
she up
Here.
welcome.
here already.
How do I pronounce your name?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. It's
How you
Wani.
pronounce it? Wani. Okay, welcome,
Yeah, but
Wani.
Wana is fine. Hello,
Okay.
Ann, Patty, Shiva, and anybody else I'm missing.
Hey,
I came up
Hello.
here. I just wanted to back up Ange. I understand your perspective, Ange, about forgiving but not forgetting, right? I get what you're saying. I'm a Sagittarius just like you. And one time you do me wrong, okay.
I'm a
I
Sagittarius
might
just like you.
I might
And
give you a second chance.
one time you do me wrong, okay.
turn your YouTube off.
Uh
I
oh, I'm
might
sorry.
give you a second chance. One time you do me wrong, okay.
Turn your YouTube off.
Is that better?
No,
Is that better?
someone else's window is open. They gotta mute themselves.
I just turned it
No,
off.
someone else's window is open. They gotta mute themselves.
I just turned it off.
Someone else's window is open. They gotta mute themselves.
Ange,
A real champion knows you're only as strong as the team behind you. Champion Energy is backed by one of the largest energy producers in the state and offers 24/7 5-star customer
that's not
support.
me.
Champion Energy,
Somebody
your
has to
champion
mute
of
it. I
better
hear
energy.
someone's commercial.
Every Raising Cane's chicken
I'm
fingers
trying to
cooked
figure
to
out why
order
we hear
to
a commercial.
perfection.
Hold on, y'all.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was just saying, like, I get where Ange is coming from, because you can forgive a person, but that doesn't mean you have to forget what they did and allow them back into your world. And so it's easy to cut off someone and have your peace because you got to forgive them. Because if you don't forgive them, they're winning. They're still winning because you're sitting in bitterness. So you cut them off, you forgive them, and you move on. But that doesn't mean that I have to deal with them anymore. And I'm not going to deal with them anymore. So I get where Ange is coming from. I agree with her stance on that. But one thing I will say about Chrisean, when I saw her with Blueface, I saw the eyes of a young lady who was looking at this man and thinking, I made the right decision to come see him in person to know that this is not what I want
I saw that
anymore.
too.
That's what I saw. And I say that because I've been in her shoes. I've dealt with a narcissistic
No, come
Aquarian.
back up. Keeping it popping. She told you to come back up. Come
You
back
know,
up.
I've dealt with a guy like him, with the exception of the physical. And I had that look. So I understand that look that she had, you know, and I could be wrong. That's my perspective, right? But that's what I saw when I saw her. And that's all I wanted to say. And hey, chat, and just to engage with Ange and tell her thank you.
Wani, that was awesome. But listen, I can't
Thank
hear
you,
you,
Wani.
Petty.
You're
I
So
welcome.
can't
Shava,
hear
then you
you.
gotta drop down.
Petty, you
Shava,
can't hear
drop
me. I
down
could
and
drop
come
down.
back
I
if you
mean,
want.
I could drop
I'm
down.
I'm gone, ladies. Good night.
Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome.
All right.
Who can't hear me? Can y'all hear
Keep
me
it.
still?
She dropped. She dropped. It was
Uh,
Shava. Keeping it
hello.
popping, and then
Yeah, I'm
Top.
here. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Top.
Okay.
You.
Okay. So I just want to say that more than anything, like when I woke up that morning, I was more pissed at Krishan. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. And then I had to like think later on, like because I still have not watched the video because I know I was gonna be so mad at Blue because I don't like him. I'm not going to, and then when I saw little clips of stuff that he said, it pissed me off even more. But I think this time I was more mad at Krishan, like, man, why would you do this? And you such, like just thinking you in such a good place. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, no, her walk with Christ is really strong. She's not going to let him get to her this time. So I feel good and, mentally believing that she's in a better place and she's not going to let him drag her back to that place you know but I don't know, like I was really angry at her more than anything, but then as it went on, she reminded me of me, like me and my ex. We went back and forth a million times. My sister was so mad at me, like, why you keep forgiving him? And it wasn't even a cheating thing with us. We were just young and we just could not get it together. But I always forgive But the one thing I've been doing for so many years and it works for me is like when people do something to me, I don't even explain, I don't discuss it. I just cut them off for a while. Don't answer the phone. And everybody know I answer the phone. You know, like somebody call me, I'm answering my phone. I don't put my phone on do not disturb or nothing. I make sure I purposely send it straight to voicemail so they'll know that I'm pissed off. But that gives them a time to think about, dang, what did I do? I wondered if she heard what I said, because I'm gonna make them think about what they did to me, you know. But in the meanwhile, I forgive them, you know. But I like for people to convict themselves. That's how I've always operated in life. You know, silence is so much better sometimes, and that's what works for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So
When's your birthday,
I do.
Keisha?
You know, I do understand, you know, I was saying like every man I've ever dated, except for one, has been a Sagittarius. I kid you not. Like
Mm.
now I say I would never date another one because I'm like, now what? Now listen, I'm not dating no more Sagittarius. My daddy was a Sagittarius and that was my best friend in life, you know? But so I get all of that. You know, I'm just really big on forgiving, you know, just because for me, I know what it does to my body. You know, I know my body so well. So I know anytime that I'm mad and I'm angry and I'm holding, I mentally have to change my mindset all the time. Like change the subject so that I don't hold on to anger or bitterness, you know. So, you know, I'm a social worker too. So this is a part of my life, you know?
Right. Mm.
So, but no, I don't have no problem, Angie. I get it. You remind me of my sister for real. She just like you. I can't believe you forgiving somebody. Yeah, no, just like you. That's my sister. You know, but we're totally different. She's a Taurus.
Right.
You know, so that's all I had to say. You know, I'm just praying for Chrisean. You know, now that I'm not mad at her no more. I'm just praying because I was disappointed. I was like her, like this was my child for real. Or my niece, I was just like, I can't believe she did this. You know,
But
but
you know what, keeping it popping,
I
I was
know
gonna
God
say
has her. I know God
to
has her.
you.
I know he got her in a better place. And I'm praying that she showed Blue that. And she didn't let him take advantage of her because that's what have pissed me off. So,
Right.
you
Y'all can
know,
hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can
So
hear
I was
you.
gonna say to you, you said like it reminds because that's how I look at it all the time.
Yeah.
Having a daughter, I can
Oh,
see the stuff that you're saying. Like I like when especially when you got a daughter that's you know what I mean, that's like dating. So you
right.
like, dang. So I'm kind of used. I'm like, I know what she doing. I know what she doing. And
Right.
you just keep sewing into them until they get it.
Right.
She's listening to y'all aunties. She's listening. And I'm
Yeah.
praying that she's still listening to coach. You get what I'm
Man,
saying?
for
I'm praying
real.
that she's still listening. But at the end of the day, she gonna get it. She gonna get it, y'all. Watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think because she knows Blue so well, everything that she told us, he's gonna drag the babies. Remember before when she was screaming and stuff, like, y'all stop him because he's gonna keep doing this. And she knows him. So she knows what situation she's putting herself in. You know, so even if we gotta hurt with her, she gonna learn. You know, if she falls victim to him again, she gonna learn this time, you know, and like before she didn't have all these supporters, she didn't have all these people, you know, riding hard for her. So I'm praying that she at least thinks, you know, about her image and how it has drastically changed since she hasn't been fooling with him. If she, I mean, like for real, she gotta think about that. And I know coach and I know all these people are in her head. So I believe she, you know, she did the right thing this time. I'm really hoping. I'm praying she ain't give him none. Good Lord, please. Now that'll make me throw up.
Right.
Because that's some disgusting
I
Listen, listen,
was thinking the same damn thing.
girl,
Girl, I was thinking
girl.
like, please, Lord, let her, cause she kept it together, y'all, and we
Yeah,
gotta give her credit. The
yeah.
first time she kept it together, and she wasn't even as disciplined as she is now, y'all. Think
Right.
about it, and I'm not convincing y'all. I'm just reminding you.
Man.
All
I
right.
know, like, if she has to be seeing all these women running in and out. She sees how he's treating them. She sees all of this stuff. I mean, so she got to be traumatized watching, you know. But I don't blame her for agreeing to come together and just try to do peace because she know he's not going to stop. Nobody can stop him but her. So I do believe the conversation was needed. You know, I just wish she would have kept it publicly in front of everybody, kind of, but I saw her saying, turn that off. She made him respect her as far as recording her because she knows what he does.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
She made him respect her. She's like, turn it off, you know. So I love that for her, that she's staying strong. And I mean, he was like a little kid in a candy store. He was wet, just looking at her, smiling and stuff. I don't care what Carlos and them said. That boy loves Krishan. He
Mm-hmm.
just don't know how to love her because he's a narcissist. And they can't love. They're incapable of love.
Mel B said, I hope so after being celibate for 4 months, everybody ugly to me. But
All
my
What
right,
husband.
what well,
let's let
ask her how would she feel about April 1st, 2015. You do the math. It just turned 11 years for me. Celibate.
hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, let's welcome Top. Top been waiting for a minute. Then after Top is Lady in Blue, and then Natrisha. Top, welcome.
Hey ladies. I kind of was losing my train of thought waiting, but in short, I just wanted to get up to basically say that I agree with what Andrew was saying, and I think that, and I could be wrong, but it just seems like people are misconstruing what Andrew's saying. I don't think she's saying not to forgive. I don't think that's what she's saying. I'm thinking she's saying after so many times forgiveness is out of the window. You already did your part. You forgave the first time. So it's no one, two, and three. I forgave you the first time. Now, yes, sometimes you do have to forgive for yourself, but that doesn't mean you need to put yourself back in those same predicaments. And I think as Christians, we sometimes pick up assignments that sometimes God don't put us on. We think that that's what it is, and it's not. And sometimes we have to learn the hard way. And I just want to say too, because the lady keeping it,
Keep
I
it
might be saying it wrong,
popping.
keeping it popping. Yeah, you were saying something about like, or you and Petty were saying like daughter wise and niece, and even I think Ange asked y'all in the chat like y'all would sit here and tell y'all niece and daughter this that to go like to be okay, y'all would just ride it out, or would y'all be raw and real? And we all know Krishan don't like when people tell her, whatever it is, but I just think as true supporters, think of it as your daughter. You telling me you would let your daughter just go ahead and just figure it out on her own, or you going to tell her? And yes, you'll still be in support of her, but you still going to keep it real. You're not going to be quiet or walk on eggshells. You're going to still be honest, but you're going to still rock with her too. So I just think that's the part that's missing. I feel like as a whole of her supporters is not holding her accountable and kind of like walking on eggshells because and it can also be probably too because it's one of those things where when you tell somebody you're disagreeing, you're pushing them more towards that person. But I just think in the end, it's just all about being honest with the person and letting them know, like, hey, look, some stuff you just have to let go. And it was something that Ange had just posted where it was somebody put up something about Solomon and Gomorrah, and when Jesus told the woman not to look back, or he'll cast into her into the stone. And some people don't listen. And one thing I think again as Christians is we say the good things, but we don't say what happens when we don't follow the right things. We don't say God does say forgive, but he also says don't be around a person that's stressing you out. Not in those exact terms,
Yeah,
but
you're right.
it's a lot of scriptures that says that where sometimes you can love from a distance. Sometimes we can forgive and then just let God handle it. Let God show. And I think Petty said it too, where she said she thinks that it may be another father figure that's meant. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Maybe he's not meant to be around. Maybe it is meant for somebody else to come around. And then another thing I heard was somebody said something about they hope that coach was in her ear. I think again they probably been around her and they known her as well, and they probably don't want to speak too much because his wife is in support of what Krishan said. Not to say that you shouldn't be, because yes, everybody wants at the end of the day for it to be a family, but it has to be agreed on both sides. He still has yet to say anything. And by Wack reposting it, in my opinion, because yes, Wack is going to do what he wants, but it's been times and it's been interviews where Wack said on the interview, "I'm going to fall back because Blueface, this is what he's saying he want to do, so I'm gonna respect it as his manager." And then there's times where you can tell where Blueface told Wack he don't care, and Wack will go ballistic. So it's a thin line between Blue can tell him to chill and when not to chill. And I feel like Wack putting that up was just on a back end hand of like, yeah, she's saying this, but that ain't that. Wack and Blueface are on tour together. They are communicating. They're in conversation. I'm pretty sure Wack said something like, yo, what's up with this post or whatever. And that made him repost that post to kind of send a subliminal. So again, my whole thing in general is just it needs to be on both sides. She could have put out her PSA letting people know, look, this is what I'm forgiving. I think the part of her saying like we're working as parents should have been left out because he still has yet to say we. He's posted today. He's put up his stuff about his store and all of those things. He still has yet to take down the tweet. He still has yet to say, look, guys, me and Chrisean talked or whatever the case is. And my last thing, and I'm gonna go is and I don't know what she's doing. I can't say, but we all know patterns and we see. It's why does she have his clothes on? They could have went to the store, got something. It's just like it's little things that I see that we're women. We know. I don't know what she's doing with her, so I'm not saying they did something, but it's just a conversation don't need to be had for 3 days. They could have had that apology that night and it could have been left as that. She could have went if she probably is going to perform again tonight because he's still in Washington. That's cool. She could have left, came back, or whatever. But they don't need the long term thing, apology and all of that forgiveness. It don't take that long. That's just my opinion. But all in all, I just wanted to come to say I agree with Ange. I don't think she's saying not to forgive. In this certain situation, we've all seen her forgive him thousands of times, back to back, over an amount of years. Enough is enough.
Thank you. Lady in blue, welcome to the stage.
Hey family, how y'all doing?
Good.
Okay, just first off, I love y'all. I'm
Thank
always
you.
seeing y'all in the chat, so I just love y'all to death. So I had to pop up here and say that real quick. However, I'm gonna piggyback off the top when she brought up Wack with his little sensitive self. Okay, first and foremost, Wack is emotional that he feels like, he about to lose his boo to Chrisean again, right? Got his little panties in a bunch. Blueface knows how to get Chrisean's attention. Having all these girls, that's not gonna get to Chrisean. She don't care about that, right? But he sends out these little bat signals. Anytime he says something about Junior, that's a bat signal to her. And that's the only time she'll probably respond to him and say, hey, you don't have to talk about our son. Other than that, I don't see her even communicating with him. He begged and begged and begged. She gave in. Hopefully, baby girl got her dollars when she went up there to perform. I want her far away from him, because I can see Wack spiraling, and then him and Blueface, he gonna get in Blueface's ear, and then the little girls are gonna start acting real catty towards Chrisean. She just needs to leave that side alone. And Wack is really mad that his ex-wife is on Chrisean's side as well. He's deep in his feelings about that. So, as somebody that's 53 years old and have been down this road that Chrisean has been down, not minus the baby. I didn't have my baby until I was 38, one and done. But when I was younger, I would take a nigga back, regret it, break up with him. Here he come buying me something. Okay, here we go. Go on a little trip. All right, we back together. We break up. You know what I mean? But it just took me to realize my worth to cut him off. The trips, the money, the gifts, all of that was cute up until it wasn't. If you're going to disrespect me out loud, you're going to apologize and respect me out loud the same way. So that's all I had to say about that. I ride with Chrisean no matter what. And I know y'all, there's a couple people in the chat that's saying y'all riding with her no matter what and y'all delusional. No, we're not delusional. We just know eventually enough is going to be enough. She was pushing him away. That's the first sign. When he was trying to hug on her, she was pushing him away. So I just have faith in Chrisean. She's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. But that's all I had to say.
Well, thank you for coming
You're
and
welcome, babe.
speaking your piece. Natrisha, welcome to the stage.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, my intake on this, and it was placed in my heart to share this. Maybe it will enlighten some people's thoughts of what may be taking place. Um, so, with me being a Christian, um, I stepped away from church for a long while. But when I was in Washington State, I went through a lot of like DV, with my son's father. Well, two of my kids' father, and basically his uncles and his aunt. It's like their whole family was just like a target, on me or whatever. I went through some things, not having family up that way. But the church that I went to, I had took my son's aunt to church with me one Sunday. She went to the altar for prayer. This is before I left the church. She went to the altar for prayer, and the pastor looked at me and said, "Her blood is on your hands." He said, "You are connected with her for a reason because her blood is on your hands." So basically, I took that as whatever happens, how their family, with the domestic violence, the throwing me downstairs, 8 months pregnant, like just different things, crazy stuff. Knowing I had no other family, being put out on the street, all that. What had me think about the situation was I didn't want to forgive for a while, but the Lord convicted me to where I had to forgive. And he showed me some things once I started, forgiving. So fast forward, I moved to North Carolina. She moved to Texas. We've always stayed in touch or whatever. But she went through a process where her spirit was being tested. She was dealing with some demonic activity and stuff or whatever. And one day she reached out like out of the blue and was like, "I need help." And I'm like, "Okay, what is it that you need help with?" And she was just like, "I need help. I need prayer. I need this. I'm going through this and da 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 da." Not knowing the whole time she was really dealing with a spirit. So I go to say that when that pastor told me that her blood was on my hands, it was for me to treat her, to forgive the family and treat her as though I would want to be treated regardless of how they treated me. Because in the long run, I had to pray a spirit out of her that I witnessed. I had to pray that spirit out of her. But my growth in God, once I got back in church and start reading my word and praying and stuff or whatever, and the Lord started showing me things in dreams and stuff or whatever, dealing with particular people, certain things, that's when I realized what the pastor meant was her blood was on my hands. I was assigned to that family, not knowing why. Fast forward, I want to say what, maybe 2 months ago or so. I might as well say they're both my kids' aunties, both of their aunties. They both gave their life to God. They both are baptized. Why? Because I was that image. I was that person that they were watching because of my walk and my faith and my belief. And they knew that they can reach out to me for prayer. And the other family members didn't know that they was reaching out to me, for prayer, because both of the sisters were going at it. They had fell off. They wasn't talking to each other, but they both was calling me and asking for prayer and wanting me to talk to them, understanding the word in the Bible. And I feel like that's what exactly Chrisean's assignment is to Blue. And I feel like that's why she says she fasts and she pray. When she fasts and she pray, she understands what God has her on an assignment to do. A lot of people may not get it, but until you honestly can hear God's voice and know the assignment that you have, because how she opened up with that prayer before she did her song on that stage, you never know who got convicted in that crowd and was like, "Okay, you know what?" Following her, looking at where she came from and where she's going to now, is changing somebody's life. That's the whole purpose of forgiveness. And that's just my take. I just want to share that because I know a lot of people, if you don't really deal with it or don't really have an understanding, sometimes someone's testimony can bring light to why it's so important to forgive. And it's for your heart to be clear so you can hear what it is that you need to do and what you need to say when that person reaches out to you. And that's just my take.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hmm.
I would just
Anybody else want to
like to
come up
take up
and
that.
give their spill? Petty, what you were saying?
No, so I agree. I agree with that. Sometimes we just don't be a part of the assignment, but like we're watching it in real time, and it's like, oh my god, we're that. Sometimes that kind of like it kind of just like makes you nervous. Like, oh god, is she gonna go back that way? Is she gonna do this? But then sometimes if you just stand there and just like, I bet whatever God gonna do, he gonna do. If that's the direction, then that's where I'm at with it. Because I can't keep getting my stomach that I'm trying to lose, the bottom layer, all upset and jiggly for to know that this is just life. You know what I mean? This is her life played out in front of everybody. You just gotta understand it. You get what I'm saying? And if she fails, she fails. She don't, she don't. We want to see her do great,
Right.
absolutely great. Like we don't want her to go backwards. It's like stepping in poop. Nobody wants his tarnished body on her. Ill. But we know that she used discernment before, and what we could do is pray that she did it this time. That's it.
So I want to say this. I want to thank everybody that had came up and gave their point of view. You see, it was uninterrupted. I just let everybody speak and everybody go and give they spill, right? Because I feel like today was a little different. I want to say this. One thing that I want my platform to be is to be where everybody is allowed to have a difference of opinion. You allowed to come up, give your opinion, and it don't be argumentative, and everybody, gets to speak about it. Because once again, I said earlier, we're all different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't view everything the same. So what I say, I don't expect anybody to agree with me. Some is gonna agree, some is not. That's what make all of us different. So to each and every one that came up and gave their spill on their view, I appreciate y'all for coming up. But what I want everybody to do in the chat, because a lot of people came in towards the middle, they wasn't here in the beginning. I want y'all to go back and listen to the live from the beginning and just listen so you can understand what I was saying. Because when you come in from the middle, sometimes y'all not catching and y'all not hearing what I'm saying. I seen some people in the chat, you know, but you gotta go to the beginning and you gotta understand my thoughts. Because I'll say this again. I want nothing but the best for Chrisean. My problem is not Chrisean forgiving Blue. I'm not saying I don't want Chrisean to forgive Blue. Chrisean, for Chrisean to have peace in her heart and peace in her soul, forgiveness for her is forgiving Blue. I'm not knocking that at all. At all. My whole thing is, when do she put her foot down? How many times do she gotta forgive him and keep getting dragged before enough is enough for her? My thing was, if this was a new start right here, and he said to her yesterday, I'm just throwing a day. If he said to her yesterday, Chrisean, I apologize. For me, the start of that apology, for me to believe that he meant it, was taking that post down off that Twitter page. So for me, I want y'all to understand, until that Twitter post come down, Blueface is full of shit. She said she was talking to Jonathan, right? So that was Jonathan in front of her. But Blueface is gonna come out. Give it next week. I said I'm gonna give him to the end of his tour. But don't be surprised if it don't happen next week. But it might happen at the end of the tour because he don't got time to act stupid because he's, doing his tour. But as long as that tweet is still up there denying that baby, that apology is not real. And I stand on that. I'm not going to take back nothing I said. I stand on it. I stand on it. I also said that if he was really going to change and he really is going to be a father and help her with that baby, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not here for her being with him. That's what I'm not here for. So let me say this again. I never once thought Chrisean was getting back with Blue. I never once thought they was together when I saw them. But I watched the internet. So many people on the internet just put them together. So many people, so many supporters was like, well, if the universe bring them back together, then I rock with her. Da, 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 da. And my take is, and I'm going to stand on it again. If you support her, you wouldn't want her with him as a relationship couple, as a couple. You wouldn't want that for her. You wouldn't want her in a relationship with him because you watch what it did to her. And I stand on that. But I'm here for them being a co-parent for the child. Because what I do know is she want that more than anything. Do I believe Chrisean wants to be with Blueface? I'll say this again. Absolutely not. I don't think so. At all. Somebody was trying, missionary, your thing is saying is not, your device is not connected. Maybe it's because you gotta turn your camera and your mic. You gotta let it accept, and then when I pick you up, you could turn your mic off. But what I was saying, that I'm here for the co-parenting. If he legit was gonna co-parent, but I say he's not, and I'm gonna say it again. Why I say he's not, y'all? Because that Twitter post is still up there. That Twitter post is still up there. I said this from my other live, right? From when she first did the performance, I spoke about the Twitter post. And Wack took that same Twitter post today to share it. To remind y'all that Blue is saying he not the father, while Chrisean is saying Chrisean's parents. So I want y'all to understand, I'm not saying I don't want Chrisean to forgive Blue. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, we gotta forgive so we can have peace within our heart. I understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying is, how many times is she supposed to keep forgiving? When you allow someone to keep doing something, they're never going to stop because you keep allowing it. So if y'all didn't watch the beginning of the live, please go back and watch the beginning and listen to what I'm saying. But again, you still don't have to agree with me because everybody has the right to have their own opinion. That's what makes all of us different. I told you I drive my own truck. I'm not driving a truck with anybody else. I'm driving it by myself. And that's how I want y'all to be. I want my audience to have their own minds. I want everybody to have difference of opinions. Yeah, there's going to be times that we all agree with each other. We're going to all agree. But then there's going to be moments that two people might say the same thing and the other two think different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we all got different brains. That's what make everybody have their own personalities, because you're different. So, with that being said, I'm a close out the live. Oh wait, somebody came back up. Sheets. Hold on, let me see. It's saying it. Okay, there you go. With that being said, hey, Sherry, that's how you say your name, Sherry. You got to turn your back.
Yes,
You
I
gotta
did. I just turned it down. How y'all doing?
welcome, welcome.
I
How are you?
watch y'all all the time. Hi, Miss Petty. Um, I just wanted to say, I
Hey,
don't
girl.
even know. I've been watching y'all for a long time, but even banger. I don't even know where to start. But I'm gonna say this: when you just said about what is that ex Rumble, I just went in their inboxes and I said we don't want to see Blue. Can
Did
she
I think they
please?
removed the post? Did they remove the video in that
I
post?
didn't see it. I
Yeah,
just
they
went up there
removed
when
it.
I. Okay, well, I went in their messages or inbox or whatever on IG on Instagram, and went in all of them. And I said, can she please have her own lane? I
Hmm.
mean, she brought y'all a lot of traction. You know, don't do this to her. I don't even know what else I said, but I said a lot. It's just hurt me. I do not like Wack. I can't stand him. I hope he gives what's coming to him. He has too much going on to be worried about that. I don't understand. I think he wants Blue for himself. It's something up. That's not normal. Okay, he couldn't make money off her, but how long you gonna dislike this girl? I don't even think she interacts with him. Why do he want to keep the hate train going? And he's a man, and she's only 26. It's weird. Y'all don't think that's weird? It's or he want her for his. It's something up. That's not normal. And then now that Chrisean was mentioning a couple of weeks ago, she's gonna have a show on a network. Remember, she was saying that.
Hmm.
Now here come Carlissa. Oh, we gonna have a show. It's like they try to compete with her. The whole family is sad. And Chrisean family, nobody is really speaking out for her. I mean, I know it's petty, but come on now, enough is enough. And you're right with that tweet. Blueface, he gonna pop back out with the bull crap. We already know as soon as he don't get his way with her. And I said this yesterday. I said he's gonna try to find out her connections. I knew it. And now you said ex Rumble, and that's when I'm like,
I knew
oh
this. I
man.
knew he was gonna do that.
I said that yesterday on somebody's blog. I said it. I said he's trying to use her again.
Hmm.
I knew it. And they keep saying, oh, and then Carlissa Line saying that Blueface, Chrisean works for Blueface. That's a total lie. This lady is weird. I'm really tired of her. And I wish all the Chrisean supporters can't tell you what to do because I know it's content. I wish y'all just don't post up for a whole month. Cause I'm telling y'all, when she come on, I leave the room or I forward if I catch y'all, later, if I don't catch the live. That's what I do. I don't even like her voice. She's weird. And she's too old for this. I don't know.
Well, Sherry, if you watch me, then you know that I say I don't watch Blueface, right? I
I
don't.
don't either. I don't follow
I
him on
catch
anything.
right. I catch Blue with the clips that the people post.
Me too.
Carlissa,
When I watch y'all clips, that's me too.
right? Carlissa, When she live, I watch it. The most I give her is 15 minutes. And that's too long.
Mm-mm.
I have to get out. I get out, stroll, do whatever I'm doing. Then I'll go back and hear what else she got to say. But I can't listen to her straight. I can't.
I don't even like her voice, and then every other word is a lie.
That's all she do is lie. But
To
I
try
said,
to make her son seem like he's more than what he is, and we all know he's trash.
right. So I did say this earlier. I said that you had to pay attention to what they was doing. She was already setting the storyline by saying Blueface is the boss, basically. Like everybody work for him. You had to listen to what she's saying. She's already setting it up, and then here goes Wack. This is why I say, I know, people be like, oh, they want to see them, and no, because it's to make her fail. Chrisean is on top of the world right now,
Can I
right?
And
say
they're
something? Can I
and
say
they're
something?
jealous.
And then I'm gonna
But
jump down. I promise. I gotta go. I just want to say this. It's. I said this over on my platform. Instead of worrying, more people need to pray. I get y'all concerns and everything like that, but words have power, and when you continually put negative words out here on people, and then you sit back and say, "I told y'all." Yeah, you did tell us. You spoke it into existence. Like that's the way I look at stuff. I'm a Chrisean supporter, whether she, however she sway, however she missed, I'm standing 10 toes down for her. And in this particular moment, it was a moment of growth, and that's what the supporters. That's what the real supporters saw is growth. Everything else is bugada, bugada. What if, what could, what should, what all that stuff is no is irrelevant. Even the message that he got posted on his page, that's irrelevant because we know the truth. At the end of the day, I love that she's happy, and when she's happy, that's all that matters. And then the fact that she's prayed up and she got her relationship with God, that's that's the big ticket right there. It's him who she's following. It's him who she's allowing to guide her steps. The rest of us, we are just spectators, and it's either you gonna pray, keep it cute, or keep it mute. That's just how I feel, and that's all I wanted to say. Y'all enjoy.
so let me respond. Although she dropped, so let me respond. And Sherry, you could finish talking. We all in here are Chrisean supporters. But one thing I'm not gonna be is blind. I'm not gonna let nothing blind my eyes. I don't care what nobody say to me. I said I stand on what I stand on. Nothing is gonna make me go back. What I speak is what I'm seeing. Not speaking into existence. I'm speaking
Mm-hmm.
what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if you think that his posts still being posted up saying that he is not that child's father is a good look, then I question how anybody support her that thinks that. Because the first thing that me, as the person who is supporting her, I want to see that post down. Because that on his end is the first step to his apology.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, with the post up there, while he's still saying he not the father and his manager reposting it, makes Chrisean look silly. I don't care what nobody say. It makes her look silly. Yes, she's in her word. I get it. I get it. She pray all day. I get it. I get it. But why do she have to? Oh, because she pray and she this, she that. Next week, you know what? Everybody gonna be doing content on, but he up there making a fool of her again. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping it real. I'm not blinded. I could be a supporter again. Again, I'm gonna say this again. I'm talking as if Chrisean was my child. If she was my niece, if she was my little cousin, I would be telling them the same thing because I don't want my family member, my child, my cousin, whoever to look like a fool, running back to the person who mentally and physically abused them. Again, I'm not saying she's with him, so let's not get my words twisted. Not saying she's with him, because I don't think she want to be with him at all. At all.
Mhm.
But I did say, if she got back with him, I would come back on this platform and tell y'all that I'm surprised. Because I, in my heart, don't think she wants to be with him. I think that's out the window. What I do know is that she wants to co-parent with him. And I said, I'm here for it. I am here for it. As long as he's here for it. But right now, with that post being on the top, pinned at his page, he ain't here for it. So let's open our eyes. Stop being blinded because you are a supporter. So at the end of the day, who gets hurt again? Her. Because she wants this co-parenting thing.
And he
So
knows it.
she's going to get hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he was genuine, he would have moved that fucking post. And excuse my language, but I'm passionate what I'm saying. Because ain't nobody going to change what I think.
I agree.
And I support Chrisean all the way.
Mm-hmm.
All the way. I said it. I want her to reach for the stars. I want her to get everything that she is supposed to get. But I want her to learn that she got to put her foot down. That goes with everybody who does her dirty. You can't just keep accepting the sorries and then allow them to do it to you again tomorrow. That's why they all walk over her the way they do. She has to put her foot down and submit it to the ground and let them know she ain't taking it no more.
Yes.
Just because I'm saying what I'm saying don't mean I don't support her. Support her is being real.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't blinded by nobody. Nobody. I'ma keep it real, what I think, and nobody is going to change what I feel. And that's why I open the stage and I didn't interrupt nobody. I let everybody say what they feel. Because why? Again, I'ma say what I've been saying all night. That's what make us all different. I don't want nobody just be like, oh yeah, you know what? It's Ange's platform, so I agree with Ange. No, I want you to have your own brain. I want you to have your own feeling. You can disagree with me. You can. But don't try to make me agree with what you feel, because I'm going to keep saying what I feel. I'm going to see it my way.
But that's the right way. Enough is
And God,
enough.
right. And God, let's make this clear. God definitely has her covered. He definitely do.
Yes.
100%. And God is definitely going to lead her where he want her to be.
Mm-hmm.
100%. But I'm not going to sit here and hip hooray of her being with him. Absolutely not. I'll be motherfucking fake if I did. And I ain't fake at all. I am 100. This is me in real life. In real life. I keep saying this is not me for the internet. This is me in real life. If I got any one of my friends to join this stage, they would tell you, this is me. This is me.
I gotta go, guys. See y'all. Yeah, I'll see you over at, I gotta go start my live. All right.
All
See
right.
you guys.
I'm about to end so they could go over there. So this is me. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect nobody to back down on what they feel. I don't expect y'all to change what y'all feel. I don't expect Fate to change what she feel. But nobody's gonna make me look different. I said what I said, and I stand on it. When I say something, I stand on it. I ain't going back. I stand on it. I want the best for Chrisean. I want the best for her. I want her to be happy. I want her and Blue to be be happy co-parenting. I want him to genuinely want to co-parent with her. But again, until that post come down, he ain't genuine. And I said what I said. Sherry, you
Okay.
can go.
If Miss Fit is listening, I did pray for her because when I first saw it, when I woke up, I'm like, is this real? I couldn't believe it, but I know she's forgiven. And also, speaking of church, her pastor has been speaking on forgiveness the last past month and a half. And I'm thinking that, he's saying forgive family. And I'm thinking that's why she, invited all her family to her boxing match and why she forgave Blueface. That's part of the reason. I'm not saying that's the reason, but I'm thinking that's part of the reason. So I agree with you though. When she had him to shut that live down, that was good. But as far as that tweet, I had no idea because I don't follow him. But if she saw it, yeah, I probably wouldn't have went.
Right,
But I do support her. I
right,
do.
right,
I love Chrisean. Like she's a family member, even though I never met her. I really care about her and be in my feelings about her. But
right.
it is too much. Enough is enough. And they're too comfortable with disrespecting her. They all are so jealous of her. I know they come up with plots together. Probably all be in a room together having a meeting about it or on the phone, like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. They're too comfortable with it. And
Right,
everybody just letting it ride, like, oh well, we used to it. No, there's nothing to get used to.
right.
So I understand what you're saying. And maybe she just wanted to do whatever. I mean, to show you could tell she was excited. He was excited too. But I also know he's a snake. I don't trust him. And
Mm-hmm.
he has yes. It's he has a plan and it's not a good one. I don't believe it. I don't either. Cause I said in the comments today, I don't know how to feel. You know? I'm happy for her because I support her. Then again, I don't trust him. But
Exactly.
hopefully she'll learn eventually because she was away from him for a while. But I'm really thinking it has something to do with this my thoughts. Her pastor because he has been, you know, preaching on forgiveness and get close to your family and I don't agree with all of that either. Even though that's her pastor because you can love from afar. I love some of my family from afar. Because if they ain't right, they ain't right. I mean, you pray for them, and that's all you can do. But she did give Blueface a Bible, so hopefully, he's working on it because he can't change overnight. And if he change, whatever it is, what it is.
Right. All right. So thank you, Sherry, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Uh
Um,
huh.
everybody, Petty's going live.
Okay, I'm gonna go to her
So, so
channel.
everybody gonna so everybody, the night ain't over. Petty is going live. So I want to say again, thank you everybody for joining my live tonight. Everybody that came on the panel. Again, if you didn't hear my live from the beginning, please go back and listen and get to understand where I'm coming from the beginning. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you on a replay game, can y'all please hit the hype button, stroll over where it say like, just stroll that little thing over until you see hype and hit the hype button for me, please. So again, y'all know every night in closing I say there's no me without y'all. I can't get up here and talk to myself. So I appreciate and love all of y'all for supporting me. So on that note, y'all, I see y'all over on Petty's Live. Good night.